it's Jen and happy Technique Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about how to choose the right weights for you. As we all know, strength training is so important for our overall health. But in order to get the most out of our strength training workouts, we have to be sure that we're choosing the right amount of weight to lift. So how do you know if your weights are too light? Well, first of all, you're not going to feel a whole lot of fatigue in the muscles during a strength routine. Or you might think it's a little easy, like you could do it again. Our strength routines are geared to fatigue certain muscle groups, like our upper body, our lower body, and our abdominals. So we want the work to feel challenging. We want to bring the fatigue to our muscles. Another thing you may notice if your weights are a little too light is swinging of the weights. Let me show you an example with a regular bicep curl. So if my weights are too light, one thing you may notice is just kind of going through the motion, see how I'm swinging my weights, and there's not a whole lot of muscle engagement happening. So if you feel like your weights might be too light for you, try going up 1 to 2 pounds and see how you feel. So how do you know if your weights are too heavy for you? First thing is you may not be able to complete strength training movements to full range of motion throughout the strength routine. Or one thing you may notice is that you have to actually compromise form in order to get to full range of motion. Let me show you an example. We'll take a regular bicep curl again. So if my weights are too heavy, but I really want to get those weights all the way to the top of the movement, I may actually start to arch my back, push my hips forward in order to get the weights all the way up. And we definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to compromise form because that puts us at risk for injury. Now, don't get me wrong, we definitely want the work to feel challenging, but if you're not able to complete the movements fully and safely, then you're not getting the most out of your strength workout. So if you feel like your weights might be a little too heavy for you, try going down 1 to 2 pounds. But don't worry, if you stick with us long enough, I bet you'll be able to reach for those heavier weights before you know it. Now, how do you know if your weights are just right for you? Well, you'll be able to complete the strength movements with proper form safely to full range of motion most of the time, but most importantly, you're gonna feel fatigue in those muscles, like you don't wanna do that routine again. That's what we want. We want it to be challenging. So, ask yourself these questions during class, check in, and make sure that you're using the right weights for you.